Have you ever had somebody break up with you, but then they still want to be friends afterwards, so that they can use you for temporary entertainment? They benefit from it, but you feel empty after. Kind of like a parasite. And that's what brings us to today's video, Parasite. Parasite is a brand new Roblox horror game where you and your team have to destroy a parasite that's been taking over your spaceship before you're all assimilated. This game was made by Soda Thief Studios, the Roblox development group known for creating such experiences such as Hunting Season Rebirth, a game that was largely held back from being popular due to a lot of design flaws. And this game appears to also have an echo of that. I would play Deep Woken, but that's a little too relevant for my taste. After all, I'm Breadian, and I talk about niche Roblox games, and today, I'm talking about Parasite, and why its player numbers went from thousands to just 300. As always, be sure to subscribe, suplex that like button, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on these videos on niche Roblox games. Now, before we get started, I just want to establish that Parasite shares a lot of problems with other games that are slowly dying. The main problem right out the gate, it's not very accessible. And if you disagree with me, then you can just do what they always do and comment, "This entire video is a skill issue." Does anybody know why that's the first defense for when I make a video explaining why a game doesn't have a high player count? Oh, Breadian, you're bad at the game. That's why nobody wants to play it. You are the prophet. Like, what? That's your counterpoint? Yeah, okay, I'm sure all 100 concurrent players agree with you. Anyhow, the basic premise of Parasite surrounds the human team trying to survive aboard a space station that's been infested by Lost Plagas. I mean, some alien bug things, parasites if you will. Your mission, as the players, is to make your way all the way to the ship's core and blow it up, and then escape. Wait, was the engineer who built this ship the same one who built the Death Star? Diving deeper into the gameplay mechanics of Parasite, it's evident that Soda Thief Studios aimed to create an immersive horror experience within the confines of Roblox. The game incorporates elements of teamwork, strategy, and survival horror as players navigate through the eerie corridors of a space station overrun by parasitic creatures. At first glance, you might be turned off by a parasite, if you're familiar with and already annoyed by the tropes of the Roblox zombie genre, and believe me, we'll get to that. But for now, the game does start out rather strong on paper, deviating from other Roblox zombie games in the past, such as The Undead Coming, Ready to Die, and other games you probably don't care about. Everybody starts out as a human, that's right, nobody gets grabbed and dragged to the zombie team against their consent. The start of the game will only throw these little NPC parasites at you, very akin to Lost Plagas from Resident Evil 4. They fall in from the dripping spots in the ceiling and immediately cling to the first player that they can find and chances of acquiring a host. If a fellow player doesn't get the parasite off of you in time, you'll turn into something that makes the game a lot less fun to play. It's kind of like Bro trying to pull the Hello Kitty girl off of you. Both result in death if you fail. If you get infected by the parasite, your body contorts into this weird, gored-out amalgamation of your former self, being damned to the terrible fate of becoming a zombie in a PvP Roblox zombie game, being forced to spam the M1 button for the entirety of the rest of the match. It's a fate worse than death, really. We'll talk about that more in a bit, but for now, let's just accept that you deserve what happened to you. You were the one who died in the first place. As you could probably figure out, the rest of the game revolves around the Parasite team trying to infect the rest of the humans. As the humans progress through the facility, they're able to scrounge around the place for new items, like gas masks, weapons, bandages, you know, stuff like that. You're also able to buy this stuff in the shop at the beginning of the round if you want to abstain from that aspect of the game entirely. But perhaps the most important piece of equipment is the detonator, a bomb that's used to blow open weak points in the wall in order to progress to the next part of the map. While holding the detonator, you're actually given a directional indicator showing which way you have to go, which is very useful in a game that consists of you holding W through a randomly generated maze where everything looks the same. Speaking of which, the map design is to be desired, to say the least. I'm really not a big fan of progressing through randomly generated maps with no indication of how close I am to the objective. It's incredibly easy for new players to get lost, even if you stay with the group. There's no guarantee that your group leader knows where the fuck they're going. If you have this detonator, you're pretty much set, although the directional indicator can sometimes mess you up. After all, it points in only one direction, and the map consists of lots of twists and turns. Therefore, the detonator can sometimes lead you into dead ends. I've seen people take the wrong turn right in front of my eyes so many times now, even during the self-destruct sequence. So close to making it out alive, and they ended up taking the wrong turn, like that shitty horror movie franchise. Anyways, this is kind of fine anyhow, because once you make your way to the ship's core and begin the self-destruct sequence, only one person has to make it back to the escape pods in order for the win condition to be met for the humans team. That's right, one person escapes, everybody escapes. That's actually a really nice feature, considering that waiting for everybody to get there or die within the 10-minute time frame would take ages. You know what isn't fucking nice though? The fact that I fell through a 1x1 hole in the core the first time I got there. And the fact that the badge for initiating the blow-up can be easily stolen away from you by another player, even if you were the one to find the key card. Another gripe I have with the game is the parasites themselves. I've already had a few people complain to me about how the parasite team feels useless at times, especially with how slow you feel in the massive map. Also, if you thought the directional indicator on the detonators were a little funky, imagine trying to follow the red dots marking where the humans are. Those are horrible! There's no knowing of which humans are actually going in the right direction and which ones are simply lost. It just gives you a collection of red dots that you have to pick which one to vaguely go towards, disregarding the fact that you're going to have to make countless twists and turns and will likely end up getting lost along the way. You aren't able to reset as a parasite either, making getting lost incredibly painful. Your soul is just stuck wandering an endless labyrinth. Kids aren't looking to play games where half the game is just being helplessly lost. They need directions to the amazing Rizzle Circus in Ohio so that they can skibbity toilet Riz up Lankybox before he turns into Pomni. Do you remember the game I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream? Yeah, I bet one of Am's torture methods is to force you to play Zombie Team on a Roblox zombie game for all eternity. What I do like about the parasites, and mostly the game in general, is the aesthetics. Soda Thief Studios always does good with their monster design, as well as the sounds, consisting of clicking and other nasty sound effects. The parasites are just modeled nicely. Nothing much to say there. They did a damn good job. Soda Thief Studios always comes through with the modeling. And even if the games are a bit stale, you can always look at the artistic aspects of their games and realize what direction they were going in. They just didn't make it there. They rear-ended the guy in front of them and hit the curb. I've always had admiration for all of their games in some capacity. Dating back to the days of Hunting Season 2021, the game's lead developer also watches my videos, and also watches my videos critiquing his game, even though I was a little harsh on my last one with him in it. I guess you can say, we're chums. I would have reached out for an interview, but I just didn't find the time. Also, I'm scared he'll turn out to be a no-mic, and I can't have another one of those. It's just really awkward to interview, okay. Other random things in Parasite that I want to note is this random ass mechanic where if you destroy 3 robots, an 8-foot-tall killer robot will then proceed to slow walk towards you as punishment, damaging you if it catches up to you, similar to Mr. X from Resident Evil 2. I have no idea why this is in the game. Maybe it has something to do with the lore. Is this game like Chain, where the lore isn't clearly stated in the game, but people will still write paragraphs getting mad at you in the comments for not knowing it? I hope not. Maybe the creator is a big fan of Resident Evil. We should go see a movie together. We have so much in common. Also, much like their previous game, Hunting Season Rebirth, Parasite has recently added a grindy leveling system in an attempt to increase player retention, I can only assume. This was possibly done in response to the fact that the game isn't really replayable whatsoever. Kind of like their last game, and in order to respond to dwindling player numbers, they added the system. I mean, it's not really working, and it didn't work last time either. But maybe next time it will. You know, third time's a charm. So that was it for Parasite, another banger game released by Soda Thief Studios. Parasite has strong art design, and it's overall well put together in most regards. However, the major problem once again lies in its lack of replayability, and once again falls into the pitfalls of having to tug along the dull zombie gameplay that's been plaguing Roblox since 2008. Nonetheless, I still think this game had a fair life cycle and had its fun running its course in the form of YouTube commentators hyping it up. Believe me, I wanted to get in on the fun too, but I was just kind of busy with life. Hopefully I can get this video out in time before the game becomes a little too dead though. Maybe they should add a roundhouse kick button as well. With that being said, I'm Breadian and I talk about niche Roblox games. Please, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to suplex that like button, subscribe, and check out my video where I talked about Soda Thief Studios' other game, Hunting Season Rebirth. YouTube's algorithm seems to really like it when you guys watch videos consecutively, I think. As always, thanks for watching. Bye bye.